KB Sports Media, and I'm here with senior outfielder Coleman Lewis from Lowndes Baseball. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Now, first, I'm going to ask you some embarrassing questions about yourself, right? So, as I told you, I know your mom, graduated with mom, no dad. Dad plays baseball here. I want to know, who's the most athletic in your family? You have so many siblings that are athletic. Mom and dad are both athletic. Then we have you. Who's the most athletic in the Lewis family?
I'm going to say myself, but there's definitely some talent to go around, definitely from siblings to definitely my parents too. So I'm still going to go with myself though.
Absolutely, I like that answer. So talk to me about the possibility of three-peating. That's a big deal. We don't see that a lot in sports. How does that feel to have that goal so close within reach?
You know, I've talked about it with my dad for a long time. Obviously, like we knew that the talent coming into the years I'm going to be here. So like just having the chance to do it again is just something special to have. And we definitely have a good shot at doing it.
Absolutely. Now, we know that you played football for 3 years. You're actually one of the instrumental players on our team for a lot of years. And then all of a sudden, I remember looking out and my dad and I were like, where's Coleman? I don't know. What happened to that transition when you said, hey, I want to focus full-time on baseball? What led to that decision?
So towards about last spring, my plan was still going to probably play football. I had nothing going in baseball going into the summer. And I just felt like my value in football was kind of going, it wasn't going where I wanted it to go. And then baseball was kind of rising up. So, and then I had a really good summer ball and I started having a few colleges talk to me, and then it just kind of all went from there. And then I felt like I have a way higher ceiling in baseball than I do football. So that's just what led to the decision.
Now, I read an article a long time ago where they said you were a 3-star athlete. Like you played 3 sports. Now, I've seen you play football and baseball. What's the third sport?
I played basketball all the way up. I played my freshman year on 9th grade in JV, and then I just had to give it up because it ran into baseball too much. So.
Ah, okay. So you would say you're better at baseball than all 3 of them?
Now I would say so, yes. But I mean, I think I was just as talented in football and then just as I've been in baseball.
Now, I will agree. You definitely were something on the gridiron as well. Do you ever miss football at all?
I definitely do miss the games. I enjoyed those a lot. I love the fans and the adrenaline that I used to get. So
yeah, so something in common you also have with your mom. Not sure about your dad, but your mom was that you're a homecoming court, just like your mom. Mm-hmm. So how was that to be a homecoming court your senior year?
I mean, I don't know why. I don't even go to school. I don't know why they chose me, but maybe just a lot of people like me, I guess. Just try to be nice to everybody and stay positive with everybody. And I guess people tend to like you if you're like that.
I think your mom's a lot like that too, right? Absolutely. So let's talk about legacy. Now, again, you play football, you're here at baseball, you play a little basketball as well. What's going to be your legacy when you leave Lowndes High School?
I just want to be a guy that just kind of came here and, you know, I had probably a lot of expectations going into, you know, my freshman year and just kind of fulfilling those expectations that I had and, you know, just continuing to, you know, hopefully three-peat, you know, and just, I don't know, still having a, I don't know. I guess, can I restart that? I don't know.
Keep going. Just keep going.
I don't know, just a guy that came and, you know, had a successful career is what I want to have here.
I think you've definitely done that as well. So I want to talk about Georgia Tech. That's a great opportunity for you. What are the expectations once you leave here to go off to Atlanta and play at Georgia Tech?
You know, obviously I want to just, you know, find a way to just kind of get into that lineup. You know, as obviously going into, you know, college as a freshman, it's difficult to, you know, obviously get playing time right away. So, I mean, just going in there and just doing what I know how to do and staying confident, I think is the best choice for me going in there. Best expectations.
Why Tech? You said you had a lot of opportunities, especially this summer. A lot of people started to see your potential in baseball. Why did you choose Georgia Tech?
I just felt like I enjoyed talking to Coach Ramsey. He was the kind of the guy that recruited me there, and then I visited there, met with Coach Hall and then Coach Ramsey, and then they visited the place, and I just felt like that was just the right place for me. It fitted me and my family, and we just made that decision.
Absolutely. So I want to talk about maybe some of your favorite baseball and football players. Again, because you're both. You know, I'm not going to forget the fact that you played football at a high level. So who's your favorite football player? Who's your favorite baseball player? And which baseball player is more like your game?
Football definitely was Luke Kuechly. I enjoyed watching him and seeing him play, and I hated when I saw him retire because I just enjoyed I felt like he was the most similar to the type style that I played. And then baseball, I would probably say I've always enjoyed watching Mike Trout. Obviously, he's dealt with injuries, you know, from the past few years, but he always plays hard, and it seems like he has a hard work ethic, and just is kind of similar to how I feel like I handle myself on and off the field.
Absolutely. I would say Luke Kinkley. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Very rugged guy. And, when he got hit that one time and kind of stumbled off and still wanted to play,
Yeah.
that says a lot about his heart
Mm-hmm.
as well. And you have a lot of that heart
Yeah.
as well. I want to talk about balancing things, because you had to leave one sport because it ran into the other sport, but you also have family life.
Mm-hmm.
You have school.
Yeah.
You have a lot of things going on. How have you been able to balance all of that to be as successful as you have been?
Thankfully, I've been a smarter guy, so school has never been a big problem for me. And dealing with family, I mean, every time I practice baseball, I'm usually with my dad anyways. Oh, that's all we talk about, and then my mom's kind of the one there that's just always supporting me and just giving me positive feedback to stay confident in what I do. So
Yeah. Do you have a job?
I do. I work for my dad. So
What do you do for your dad?
usually just do the stuff he doesn't want to do. So,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, it's not too bad of a job. He makes it pretty easy for me. So.
Absolutely. Okay. So talk to me about the influence of your family and your siblings and having all of that camaraderie as you've done all these things over the years.
Yeah, my dad has definitely always held me to a standard, that, I mean, he's always expected me to be the best that I can be. So, I mean, him holding me to that standard kind of has, helped me along the way. My mom's always been my best supporter, and, there's nobody else that I would say has made me stay as confident in what I do than what she has done for me. And then siblings is just kind of the rivalry with your siblings. It's just always what I've enjoyed, and I've enjoyed, just having them around.
Absolutely. So I want to talk about the game that we have coming up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing a very tough Etowah team. We saw them beat us early in the season. First game of the season. In defense, it was the first game of the season. What do we expect differently tomorrow as we play them?
I think the only way that we can, we should just bounce on them early, get them early, and just kind of attack them from the start. And I think that's just the best way that we can find a way to win the first game, and then eventually get to the second, and then have that energy going forward.
So I asked your coach about how you all were able to go from a possible rebuild to now you're in the Final Four again. Talk to me about your leadership and what you saw from a player's perspective, what led from the mentality of we got to rebuild to no, we really have a legit chance to have a three-peat here.
I knew we had a younger team, going into the year, had some guys that are inexperienced, varsity-wise, but I knew we had the talent to get to back where we are right now and, possibly another state championship. And I just know that we just had to keep coming to work every day and just staying positive, and I think that's what we did, and here we are now.
Absolutely. So I want you to look at this camera here and tell everybody why they should come out and support the Lowndes Vikings.
Just go see the back-to-back state champions win.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coleman. Again, this is KB from KB Sports Media, and I'm here with Coleman Lewis.